right. We're live. How's everybody doing? I got the angry Texan in the house, myself, Devin Siebold. We're just going online to talk to some people. Got 200 people joining.
Sorry. Why is it always my phone?
It's the greatest music in the world, though.
I know, dude. I could hear that kazoo all day.
I love it. But anyways, thank you. Yeah. And so it's good to have you. Nicole tuning in, watching my favorite comedian live, made my night. There you go. Not only watching live, but your comments there. And if you guys want to send stars, you can too. Zach, a good friend of the show, chillaxing over there. Faith needs it tonight. Well, we need Faith. So we both have it's a mutual beneficial thing. Hello, Christy. Christy says hello, guys.
Hey, Christy.
Greg, man, you're in your house. And not only are you in your house, you're in your house because you're a married man.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, man, that's cool. I see she hasn't taken down your 71 Cowboys poster yet.
No, not yet. That's on the list of things she's going to rearrange. But I'm going to enjoy it for now.
Are you in the garage? Is that why you're
No. Okay. Our wedding sign here, that wouldn't be in the garage. That was it was really nice. People sign it, drop in, and some people are like, "Oh, we forgot it," so they're going to mail it to us. I'm like,
yeah. Nikki's excited about the board teachers show in Tampa coming up. We sold 2 out, by the way. So if you haven't got the tickets to that yet, board teachers comedy tour, and everybody says to me, they go, "Where are you guys going?" And the answer is yes, everywhere. I mean, like if there's a big city near you, we're coming. We're even looking at international because I know some Canadians have messaged me and they're like, "Sorry to bother you, but where are you coming to Canada?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely."
I get it.
What is that?
Oh, can be scary, but not when you're.
There's so many. I've got background things. This ads keep popping up. Anyways, got your tickets. Can't wait. Kelly, see you at the show. It's going to be awesome. A whole lot of awesomeness coming your way. And also, thank you, Amy, for the stars, by the way. Greg, I feel so bad. I want to discuss this story with everybody. So let me tell you. On Wednesday, my daughter, Brooklyn, she comes home from school and she's not feeling good. And so she then is sick. And it's like a 24-hour miserable, hating life, sick of flu and everything else going on. Then my son Liam gets sick the next day. And it's a 24-hour miserable, him hating everything. And his comes back later, which I'll get to in a minute. Friday, Kate gets sick. Now, your wedding is on Saturday. And I'm looking around the house, and my odds are not good. And I'm sitting here talking to myself, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, please do not get sick for Greg's wedding. I've got to go to Greg's wedding. I can't miss this one because it'll probably be another year or 2 before he has another one, and I need to be there." And I promise you, I went to bed that night not feeling well, and I was like, "Oh gosh, please no." And I woke up the next morning at like 10:30, which is not me. And I stand up and I can't move. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I'm like, "I'm sick. I'm really sick." And Kate goes, "Why don't you just go put on a mask, sit in the back?" And I said, because, and this was true, the exact truth why I said, I would love to be there. I said, but I worry because the way it happened around my house of everybody getting sick within 24 hours of each other. I said, what if I give it to Greg or Angelina and then they go on their honeymoon and they're sick the whole time? I said, that would be terrible. And so, yeah. So unfortunately, did not happen. Went ahead and had to stream it on my phone. I watched it. Beautiful wedding, bro. Congratulations. So cool.
It was really fun. I learned real quickly how you don't get to eat at your own wedding. I mean, it was like, look at all this amazing food. Here I go. I got a plate. And as soon as like, oh, hey, I'm so-and-so's cousin from wherever. And then, oh, hey. And then you don't get to eat because everybody keeps walking up. And then time to go do picture. Man, it took like an hour of pictures, man. At one point I was like, I hope she captures the moment when I give her a stone cold stunner, because I really, man, because Angelina, of all people, put so much into this wedding, and for us to want it to be perfect, the ceremony went without a hitch.
Can I say this, dude? I love you to death, bro. But I live streamed the wedding and I looked at everything there and I said, Greg did none of this. I said, Greg did none of this.
I pretty much was kind of like, I'm good at doing supervision. Like, hey, what do you think? I think it's wonderful.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to convey,
Right.
How much money do you need? Here you go. If whatever I can do to help.
Just to give everybody an idea, the wedding was immaculate, so pretty, so beautiful. Greg sitting in front of an off-center 1971 Cowboys poster. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of how much planning went into this on his end. But anyways, it's so awesome. Mike Lee, the old co-host of Crying in My Car, did a great little flower dance. I got to watch that. That was interesting. I was looking at my clock because I was like, it's 3:30. He's definitely been drinking since 8 a.m. But it was a good time, man. I'm glad you had a good time. I went up to Idaho the following week, and I got to speak at a school, awesome school over in Twin Falls, Idaho. And let me tell you right now, great time, beautiful area. Wish I could have stayed longer. Flight back, absolute nightmare, because there's snowstorms happening in Minneapolis, and that's where my connecting flight was. And so I got so lucky.
Like an all-day trip.
I got to the airport, just to give you an idea. I got to the airport at 11:30 in the morning. I landed in Orlando at 6:50 the next morning. It was a nightmare, but I got so lucky because the flight was going to Minneapolis and it kept getting delayed, and we're sitting on the plane and I go, I'm sitting here. Is there nothing else I can do? Like, get on? Is there another flight? And I started looking, and there was a connecting flight through Utah, through Salt Lake. And there was one seat left on my app. And I said, excuse me, I'm sorry. I've got to get off the plane. She goes, if you get off this plane, you can't get back on. You're off. And I said, right. She goes, we might take off any moment. And I said, right. I said, I don't think it will. And I took that chance. And she goes, okay, fine. So I got off the plane, booked the last ticket through Salt Lake City, where there was not a blizzard happening. And sure enough, that flight got delayed. Nobody made it to the connecting. I would have been spending the night in Minneapolis. Instead, I was on a plane overnight, red eye, Salt Lake.
Like when you got off the plane, like where they were out on the tarmac, and you had to like Wesley Snipes Passengers 57 go down the landing gear and run across like Bruce Willis in the snowstorm trying to save the airport.
No. And let me tell you this, though. I will say that there's a distinct us versus them. So you've gone through, you rode first class with me, because I get bumped up first class because I fly a lot. And that's just the truth. You get bumped up. If you're Delta and you're first class or fly a lot, you get bumped up. So you sat in first class with me. It's nice, right?
Yeah. I enjoyed my choice of for breakfast fruit medley, which really gave us like a block of good cheese and some yogurt, or turkey sandwich. Which is like pretty much their go-to for everything.
Turkey sandwich is default. So anyways, this is true story, 100% true story. You go through like the regular, first class, and you see the two seats on each side, and that's that. The newer planes, the Airbus 330s or whatever, you board from the like side, and to the left is first class, and to the right is main cabin, and they do not let like main cabin. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I got a ad.
Are you watching Sailor Moon over there? What is?
It's a ridiculous ad in the background that keeps popping up. So, anyways, they let you board to the right or the main cabin to the left. Now here, or the first class to the left. They do not let regular people walk through the first class on this one, because if you did, you'd revolt and start a riot in the air to get first class. Because I'm 6'6", folks. The first class cabin in an Airbus 330 for me from Salt Lake to Orlando has a button that I press, and the entire seat lays down, and I am flat as a board, and I can curl up on my side with my comforter and a pillow, and I can go to bed. And in first class, you can go to bed. There's no like slightly leaning back. There's you're laid flat. Like it creates a bed for you. It's absolutely the most amazing thing in the entire world. It's also an absolute fortune if you were to buy it. Luckily, the last seat available was first class, and I asked for it, and she was like, "Sure, you're a medallion member. Go ahead and bump you up." And I was like, "Perfect." So I got to lay down on that flight, which was a huge perk.
I mean, is it enough for you? Is it like you laying down on a small kid's twin bed where your legs are hanging off? I don't care. I'm laying down.
No, my feet are all the way up. My feet are all the way up. Yeah, man. Everything's laying down flat. I mean, if for a person your size, I'm 6'6", but a person your size, 5'4", you'd be able to lay down. I mean, just perfectly. So
it's like I had a perfect sectional couch. I still do.
Yeah.
But then you were like, "Hey, I'm moving to Orlando, and I got to get rid of this really awesome, amazing sectional." And I was like, "Why is it so awesome?" I've actually passed out on it several times.
Yeah.
Before I owned it, because you were like, "Hey, I'm just going to get rid of it," and I was like, "All right." And then whenever my selling point to Angelina was, Devin can stretch out completely on this couch. His feet are every part. He's not hanging off the side. She goes, "Okay, yeah." So, but yeah, all of us, the entire family, we fit on the couch. It's great.
It's awesome, man. But yeah, so laying down on the plane was really cool. But I will say this also, laying down on the plane is also terrifying because you'll go to sleep, and it's not like when you're, sitting, you're laying flat. So like when you like feel like a little bump, your whole body comes like off of the bed, and then you like it's a way to wake up. That's for sure.
I would lay face first toward the cockpit on my stomach. That way it would feel like I was flying.
Yeah, that's dumb. No, it would not. You would just smell everybody's feet from every flight before you. But sure. But yeah, that was the only positive thing. And guess what, man? I'll tell you, they woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning and said, "Sir, would you like a turkey and cheese sandwich?" or a fruit plate. And I got the fruit plate. I got the fruit
plate's the way to go, bro. It really is a great breakfast that they serve.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. And
it was the Chobani yogurt with the little granola and everything. But no one brought me any hot towels this time, man. I have to speak to somebody about it.
Now, I did start on the plane watching Raised by Wolves, and that is the trippiest. It's on HBO Max.
Bro, yeah. I'm halfway through the first season, dude.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I can't stop watching. I watched the first episode, and I said, "This is not for me." And then I was like, "But I want to see what else happens." And then I watched the second episode, and I was like, "Still not for me. But maybe I'll go a third one." And then I watched the third one. And I was like, "All right, I really like this." And then I started to watch all of it. It's like Cobra Kai. You watch Cobra Kai, the first episode, and you're like, "This is corny. This is cheesy, terrible acting. Why would I watch this?" And then, 6 hours later, you're like, "Do they have another season?"
Dude, it's like an after-school special with karate.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
1883. Kimberly said she just finished 1883. Have you watched that?
No, I've seen some of them. They've filmed some of it locally in areas I'm from in Texas. So I've been intrigued to try to get into it. It's just I'm still playing catch up from like adjustment of girl and kids moving in since we never lived together before this awesome matrimony.
That is so weird, bro. I don't know. And I'm not saying that it's a negative thing. Obviously, there's a lot of couples that do that. But what a shock to the system.
It's an adventure, though, man. And I really love it. She loves it. The kids absolutely love it. And they understand.
Yeah. But
I tell all couples out there, if you have the opportunity to take this route, it's exhilarating. Like I'm still working on keeping the toilet seat down and stuff like that. And she's working on making sure that her half of the vanity doesn't look like a graveyard of automobiles.
So wait. So it is exhilarating and fun, but you guys dated for a long time. But still, moving in together after marriage is sometimes a catastrophe. Because there's a lot of get to know yous that have to happen relatively soon, and now you're in a locked. I mean, there's people that I've considered. For example, I got a roommate a while back that I thought would be awesome, and I don't know if I ever told you the story. I was in Winter Haven, got a roommate that I met her mom. She was very nice. I needed a roommate to cover half the rent because I was a struggling teacher, and she was a very nice person. She moved in and was filthy. And I mean, like, straight up, she cooked stuff and would put the pans away in the like cupboard without washing them. And she was like, "Oh, I just thought, you just kind of, put it away." And I was like, "No."
Wow.
And then she would make coffee, and she kept adding grounds to the top of the filter, so it like spill over and pour into the thing. She was drinking like coffee grounds, like actual coffee grounds, drinking them, and it was disgusting. But then this is the crazy part. I asked her for her half of the rent, and I said, "Hey, it's time for your half of the rent," and she got really defensive. And I was like, "What? Like, why are you being defensive? Like, just pay your half of the rent. You knew this was coming up." First month, by the way. She came in, and luckily the AC was out, and the AC repairman was in the attic, like fixing stuff. And she comes in and starts screaming at me and tells me she's going to murder me in my sleep. And I was like, what? And I was terrified. I literally like closed my door, locked the door. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I told the guy, I said, "Did you hear all that?" And he goes, "Yeah, I did." And so we went down because he worked for the apartment complex. We went down, and he's like, "Yeah, this girl said that she's going to kill him." And so I was able to get out of my lease that day and move in with my mom because this person said they were going to murder me, and she had to take over the lease. Yeah. So
and that was right around the time we met each other and started playing Call of Duty every day. That's so ironic.
But that was 1 month living with a person that I did not know before that I thought was going to be, really nice and everything would work out and they would be a great roommate. Nope. So I can imagine, there's some learning curve here. Yeah, Nikki, right? Definitely Polk County. You are correct. I got lucky that she warned me before she did the deed. Yeah. So, Greg, there's some learning curves there. And I love you, buddy. But I've been in your house before, in previous homes, and you gotta make some adjustments, right?
Yeah. I mean, I got 3 Roombas working at all times, so my floor is still immaculate. I've got a deductible coming up for the water damage from our horrible dishwasher that came with the house.
Gotcha.
And they said they're going to be able to match the tile, which is parquet. If anybody knows parquet, it's a pain in the ass, but it's immaculate.
Yeah.
I just don't really have time to leave dishes around, or I made the bed yesterday. I couldn't believe it. I was, what am I doing? It just kind of just started happening. I don't know. I wear a robe, dude. Believe it or not, I don't know. I just got this dad mode where I like have my boxers and my wife beater shirt on, and then I have a robe. And I actually went out and got mail in that same robe, and neighbors were waving at me. Just I'm become that dude.
Oswald. And plus, why you literally reenacted the scene from Old School where you're like, I don't know why I made the bed. Like, how he finishes the debate and they're like, "How'd you do it?" I blacked out. I don't know what happened.
And it's kind of like that. Just and I mean the thing about adjustments, like I don't think that Angelina's going to kill me in my sleep, but her family is full-blooded Italian.
Then she will.
So, like, if I wake up and there's a horse head in the bed with me, that's like, oh, maybe I should have taken out the trash when she asked me to. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility, a lot of work that goes into moving in and living together, but especially with the marriage hanging over you, because that's till death do us part. And I know you're pretty religious. She is too. So, I mean, that's one of those things where you got to work at it now,
we have fun because just joking today. I I came up to her. She's like, I'm just having, because she got to work from home today. And I got, and I was like, well,
wait. Yeah, Greg, I just want to remind you, we are live on Facebook. So
right.
Don't
so
tell her.
anyways, I just said, hey, do you want, would that help you concentrate if you took a break and, go in the next room? And she was like, no, but like if maybe you whipped out a taco, that might help my concentration. And so I immediately started just trying to just think of ways I could just tell her, say, okay, it's taco time, sweetheart. Like, let's go get you a Taco Bell down the street. And because she's very happy whenever tacos and or food are involved. And she doesn't drink coffee. She doesn't drink coffee. And for me, it's like if you having a tough day and somebody says coffee, I'm like, you know what? Bring it on, bring it on. And so I found a way to make my wife happy, and it's tacos and maybe Olive Garden breadsticks. I don't know if she.
Yeah, that's exactly what we had yesterday. It was Olive Garden breadsticks and coffee. Let me tell you right now, I need you to do this. I need you to, if you value your love life and your relationship, I need you to get a Nespresso machine. I just go online. They're not as expensive as they used to be. You can get one on sale on Amazon. The Nespresso machine straight up changed my life. Like we were coffee drinkers, Keurig, for a long time.
Right.
Oh my gosh, no, bro. Nespresso machine just is a different level. I wake up in the morning and I make these like double espresso lattes with oat milk and brown sugar now. Like I'm like turning into a barista. Dude, oat milk is great.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Nespresso is not feasible right now. I'm gonna tell you why, because I've still got over like 200 to 300 pods left over from the wedding.
Yeah,
and that's also hot chocolate. So when those run out, probably hopefully around Christmas time, maybe Santa will stop by with an espresso.
Yeah.
And they also got us a milk frother, like a little zzz, little thing that frosts the milk. So
that's it. The milk frother with the Nespresso is what you need, man. I'm telling you. And I'm not fancy. Nikki says, "Oh, you fancy?" No, I'm not fancy. It's not expensive anymore.
You're not fancy. The same guy that just gave this big story about first class and getting to lay down.
I didn't pay for that. It was free. I'll even. I got the comp upgrade. I did not buy first class. I was in the Delta main in the back. That's the cool perk is you get the kind of upgrade if you ask for it for Delta. So anyways, that's one of the few reasons.
Well, here's a good thing. I will say this. We got so much cooking equipment from this wedding. Like honestly, we could start our own Olive Garden. And so she decides she wants to cook. She hadn't got to cook. So we went to that fancy olive oil place in downtown St. Augustine. And she and I got a bunch of olive oil, like pesto, garlic, bacon flavor, whatever. And so she cooked last night, and she made Italian fennel sausage, where she got sausage and put the fennel in it and everything. And then she got garlic and herbs and onions cut up and threw it in this pan with this olive oil and got it going. And then at the end, she throws in roasted tomatoes. And dude, I'm telling you, it's like the tag pick pack from Carrabba's, except on steroids.
Yeah, but
I could not stop eating it. It was so amazing.
But what you're describing to me with inflation is $70 in groceries that I just heard going in.
No, she minimal. She had like one because she shops at Aldi. That's like the best place to shop.
Yeah. She likes Aldi. That's good. Somebody said you may need that machine. Yeah, Kimberly, the Nespresso is the way to go. It also has coffee. People forget it has coffee pods. And we got the Virtuo whatever one. It actually has a carafe pod, which brews 18-ounce like shareable, which if you're a teacher, 18-ounce single cups of coffee. And it's absolutely amazing. But it's so much better. I was kind of, because we had a Keurig and we were like, do we just keep the Keurig and no Nespresso? But I said I want it. I tried it and it was awesome. I'm so happy I did. It was game changer. Game changer. I got to get you some copies of my book, Greg, because you got to get them for the kids.
Yeah, dude. My sister was like so starstruck when she got here, and I was like, "Hey, sweetie, Devin's not gonna make it." She was so excited. She goes, "He's walking me down." She goes, "There's gonna be pictures of that, and I get to show these pictures to my teacher friends back in Texas." I was like, "Oh my God, you should be proud of me. You just saw me on stage murder at Laugh Out Lounge when I opened for Mike Rivera the night before the wedding. I mean, murdered." Yeah. And it was one of the best shows of my life, and everybody was just hot crowd, every bit. But no, they still want to just keep talking about Devin and his exploits. It makes me feel good. I'm like, well, at least I have the approval of my, dad's side of the family to be friends with you.
I don't know. Have you seen my video today, though? I think my star power has gone down. It has almost no views. But I did a video of if Chris Pratt's character Grady in Jurassic World had a teacher conference with Blue's mom, and I thought of it late at night. I don't do drugs. I just thought of it, and I was like, this is crazy, and I went with it, and it's funny, I think, but it got like no views, so maybe
you got to experiment. I mean, look at Kiss. They did their individual solo albums, and when people don't think about Peter Criss, people don't think about Ringo Starr. They think about the good things they contributed.
Yeah, Kimberly says she already has her copy. She is bringing it to the Winter Haven show for me to sign. Awesome. Thank you. If you buy it from Amazon, click hardcover, buy from Devin, and then I ship it directly. If you don't, then you're getting it from somebody else. Greg, I wanted to share something with you. This is, I know we got a lot of people watching, but also, that I collect baseball, football, basketball cards. I collect sports cards. Greg, I got the coolest card the other day, but I got this card right here. And I know you can't see the name on it, but I'm going to let you see right here. See, there's like the little faded pinstripes there.
Yeah.
Greg, this is a card.
Is that Derek Jeter?
No. Look at who wore this in a game.
Number 5.
See that name there at the bottom? Joe
DiMaggio?
Yeah. Joe DiMaggio.
Wow.
Game worn relics. You can see the faded pinstripe on these. Joe DiMaggio wore this in a game playing for the Yanks. That's crazy to me. I love that stuff.
And I still have that one you gave me from The Miz, who only wears tights to the ring.
Yeah, that was great.
It bases on one of your jokes. Like, I'm still afraid to look at it close and fear there might be a pee-pee stain on it or something.
Oh, gosh, we're live, by the way. I want to remind you. Anyways, so yeah, Greg, things have been good for you. I'm glad. I got a lot of stuff coming up, teacher stuff. Got the teacher tour, got some more videos coming out. I just sent a new video over to Board Teachers. So if you are a Board Teachers follower, you will see that coming out hopefully shortly, and it's gonna be awesome. So I'm stoked. And then I'll do a shameless plug here towards the end, and then we'll jump in and record the podcast over on the other side. Teacher in the Wild. There's my book, hardcover. It's beautiful. And just so you know, on my Facebook page, I just posted a reading of this. I had a really cool,
good.
Yeah, really cool story time anytime. Actually read the book. And so if you want that for your classroom, that's the way to go. You can put that on, have the kids read the book. It'll be great. Anyways, Greg, you've been awesome. I'm still going to, talk with you, but we're going to record offline so that these people can go to bed. It's 9:00. It's 2 hours past the teacher's bedtime and almost past my bedtime as well. So
even in California, they're going to sleep. They're like, we're done.
On the freeway home. Anyways, so thanks so much for the stars, folks, and the shout outs over on YouTube. I appreciate it. Watch the videos, share the videos, and check out devincomedy.com for the upcoming Board Teachers tour dates. Many, many more tour dates coming. Check the ones out already, though, because some people have been like, hey, are you coming to Boston? Those tickets have been on sale for a while. They're already up. So check up on Board Teachers and on my website for that, and you'll be good to go. All right. Thanks you guys so much. And Greg, you got anything you want to promote? You got your podcast, right?
Oh yes. It's coming along. I'm building the studio here in my house. The nice wife has decided to give me more space.
Nice.
And so it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to use a lot of the same equipment. That way we can hook up and do stuff and not have to go through I-4. They don't have an express lane for me to get to you yet. So
no. Soon, hopefully.
Dude, it's like an hour and a half to get there, and it's only 42 miles away, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. All right. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I'm going to end this broadcast, and we're going to go record the podcast. To hear the rest of our discussion, tune in to Crying in My Car, podcast for teachers. New episode out tomorrow. So everybody have a good night. Thanks so much for the support.